above. But it came down. The fireman grabbed everything in the room, even though it wasn't burning, and threw it out the windows. And so the net result was that, like I say, if you look around the room, you can see the fire was from about 4 feet up and nothing down. So when you look at the floor here, you can see all of a sudden we've got this burn right through the floor.
This is our, of all of the things, this is the most mysterious.
This is mysterious. The only thing that we know for sure, thinking back to the shells, not as a point of ignition, but as the fire inspector declared this to be a drop fire. I can remember a plastic container.
He doesn't really change the whole angle. Jimmy doesn't really.
Everything was
Wasn't at work yet, I guess.
Yeah, right. See, truly, if he doesn't need to be there till 8, he doesn't need to be there till 10, right? I mean, let's face it, that love me, right? A lumberyard open it up at 8.
8 o'clock?
Yeah.
God bless them.
8 to 4.
Like clockwork.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's disappearing. Sure. Yeah. It needs to get thickened up, right? You know,
That can live there.
exactly.
All right.
I could take a curve to the front of it and drop it a little if I had to.
All right, Brendan,
Yep.
let's nail this goddamn thing off.
Thank you.
Right.
Sorry. And it's just a little fresh because I ran into it out front. You know, it was a silver.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you
Yeah.
for indulging. I got screws. We're screwing these off.
Oh,
on
we
the
are?
other side. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't have screws. I didn't have screws.
All right. Just makes that adjusted so much. You know what I mean? It makes that much. Stevie.
All right, thank you.
I love you.
Yeah.
Putting a little hood.
Yeah.
Okay, now we've got this water table. Now, we could do a buttery that comes down to the water
To
table.
support the other end.
We butt the water table into it, and
Okay.
that little buttery thing supports
Done.
the roof.
Done.
And
Done.
and that'll be kind of
Done.
nice and cute.
Done. Okay.
And then we're tight to the
So
weather.
you say, okay, so a little side.
He wants to
a
basically
little half a jam extension on one side of the
right,
That has a little curve.
Sure.
right,
There's a little curve.
and it supports the roof. Well, something's gonna
Come
support
on, you're gonna get even.
So you mean a little scrolling, a little
no,
brag?
no, no. Jeez.
Maureen's Arts and Entertainment, John O Sports, and Joe's, Tom Brokaw. Joe's a straight up newscaster. Weatherman.
All right, we ready to go? Hi, I'm Steve.
I'm Brendan.
Welcome to the Craftsman's Journal. What we're going to do today is mix up some lime and sand, because this room in the house is going to have a hard, what we call a hard lime finish, which is going to be sand, lime, and we're going to use Unical as a gauging plaster. But today we're only going to mix the lime and sand, and the reason we're doing that as a separate thing is because I want the lime to absorb as much water as possible before we mix it with the gauging, so that it doesn't accelerate the set. If the lime is still absorbing water, then I can't control the set, and I want to be able to control the set so that I can go from batch to batch on the ceiling. I'd like to be able to do this ceiling in one big batch, but I can't get it on the table, so it's going to be done in two. So
We're bedded.
that's all bedded and ready to go. The next thing we're going to do is glaze the windows. Now I have a difficult time glazing on the flat, and so Dave's going to help me and set up an easel.
Let's put an easel together.
Yeah, Dave's going to put together an easel, and I'm going to just step out the way for a minute.
All right, and I'm gonna go relocate.
Okay. We're all gonna do something.
All right, so all right, well, we're going to roll, and we're going to roll to a halt here. I'm going to declare this ready. I've done as much as I can to this because of the putty's getting, although colder, more soft because the linseed oil seems to be coming out of it. I'm going to be able to brush this smooth and touch up the corners in about 5 hours. And that's what I've done throughout, is gone back and touched it up later. Here's another thing this material does. See, it's caving in?
Yes, it's like it's sagging.
Yeah, it's sagging into itself.
Oh yeah, now it's all straightened right out.
It straightens out a little bit, and you can go back and deal with the corners a little
So
bit.
this is why you're not so fussy with dusting and getting those little bits of corner.
Yeah, because mostly they come off. I mean, look at this.
I see it. I see it. It's like you're burnishing it.
But it does clean up later. It's just that.
All right. And where does this sash go?
This is a girl's bedroom powder room.
Oh, sure.
Bathroom, girl's
Yes.
bath.
Yes. That's got a temporary sash in it right now.
Finished glazing the window. Now I'm going to move on to do a small talk on painting. And the first thing you want to do is get a paint bucket. It is sacrilegious to paint out of a can or jar. You just don't do it. It isn't. This is a paintbrush that I'm going to use here, and it's a all paint brush rather than a China bristle, which we used to use all the time for oil-based paints. But the first thing you do in preparation to paint is make sure the brush is dust-free. And what I did was I put some paint thinner on the counter, and I got the brush wet, and then I took a clean cloth and wiped it out. But the next thing is, you know, like when you get up in the morning, they say you brush your hair. You want to make sure that all of the bristles are free and clear from each other, so that when you look at the end, you can see as many bristles as that they're all separate. You don't want to see them clogged together in any way. I asked Brendan how come it doesn't have screws, and you know what he said? Because you and Jimmy did this room when I wasn't here. Oh! Oh! What a jerk, huh?
Because you know that these things existed, but where are they?
Yeah.
I mean, how many old Darbys have you seen?
None.
I'm pretty much at zero other than this one.
Well, that's because people switched over in my time, our time,
Yes?
to clapboards,
Yes.
into magnesium.
Yes.
Clapboards.
Yes. And it's right, the week after the clapboard.
This was
Somebody made-
considered awfully bulky, but something that was outrageously durable. Another thing that people used to do in my lifetime with a product that looked, with a board that looked very similar to this, was they used to, go ahead.
We have to do a little
Oh, makeup?
facial.
Makeup.
Oh yeah, makeup in that door. But in this hallway, it was pretty much universal. That was we had the heat and then the secondary line of condensation. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say today. This is Steve saying goodbye for the Craftsman Journal.